Well, if you miss my voice, I want to sing you. Maybe I want to read a story for you. This is story of life. Story people come into your life and you know right away that they were meant to be there to serve some sort of purpose, teach you a lesson, or to help you figure out who you are or who you want to become. You never know who these people may be. Possibly your roommate, neighbor, coworker, long-lost friend, lover, or even a complete stranger. But when you lock eyes with them, you know at that very moment that they will affect your life in some profound way. And sometimes things happen to you that may seem horrible, painful, and unfair at first, but in reflection, you find that without overcoming those obstacles, you would have never realized your potential, strength, willpower, or hurt. Everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens by chance or by means of luck. Illness, injury, love, lost moment of true greatness, and sheer stupidity all occur to test the limits of your soul. Without these small tests, whatever they may be, life would be like a smoothly paved flat road to be nowhere. Nowhere. It will be safe and comfortable, but dull and utterly pointless. The people you meet who affect your life and the success and downfalls you experience help to create who you become. Even the bad experience can be learned from. In fact, they are probably the most poignant and important ones. If someone hurts you, betray you, or break your heart, forgive them, for they have helped you learn about trust and importance of being courteous when you open your heart. If someone loves you, love them back unconditionally, not only because they love you, but because in a way they are teaching you to love and how to open your heart and eyes to think. Make every day count. Appreciate every moment and take from those moments everything that possibly can for you may never be able to experience it again. Talk to people ah, talk to people that you have never talked to before and actually listen. Let yourself fall in love, break free and set your sight high. Hold your head up because you have every right to. Tell yourself you are a great individual and believe in yourself. For it, you don't believe in yourself, it will be hard for another to believe in you. You can make of your life anything you wish. Create your own life, then go out and live it with absolutely no regrets. Uh, and with your challenge to the neighbors. The first day of school, our professor introduced himself and challenged us to get to know someone we didn't already know. I stood up to look around when a gentle hand touched my shoulder. I turned around to find a wrinkled little old lady beaming up at me with a smile that lit up her entire being. He said, "Hi, handsome. My name is Rose. I am 87 years old. Can I give you a hug?" A loud and enthusiastically response, "Of course you may." And she gave me again, "Sweet. You are. Why are you in college at such a young, innocent age?" I asked. She jokingly replied, "I'm here to meet a rich husband to get married and have a couple of kids." No, seriously, I asked. I was curious what may have motivated her to taking on this challenge at her age. I always dreamed of having a college education and now I'm getting one, she told me. After class, we walked to the student union building and shared a chocolate milkshake. We can become instant friends. Every day for the next 3 months, we would leave class together and talk non-stop. I always mesmerizing listening to this time machine as she shared her wisdom and experience with me. Over and course of the year, Rose became a campus icon, and she easily made friends wherever she went. She loved to dress up, and she in the attention bestowed upon her from the other students. She was living up. At the end of the semester, we invite Rose to speak at our football pocket. I will never forget what she taught us. She was introduced and stepped up to the podium. As she began to deliver her private speech, she dropped her 3x5 cards on the floor, first and little embraces. She leaned into a microphone and simply said, "I'm sorry, I am jittery." Jittery, what is that mean? I don't know. I got a beer for Lane and this whiskey is killing me. I'll never get my speech back in order to, so let me just tell you what I know. As we laughed, we scratched her throat and began. We don't stop playing because we are old. We grow old because we stop playing. There are only 4 secrets to staying young: being happy and anxious success. You have to love and find humor every day. You have you have got you have got to have dream. When you lost your dream, you die. We have so many people don't even know it. A huge difference between growing older and growing up. If you are 19 years old and lie in bed for 1 full year and don't do producing, you will turn 20 years old. If I am 87 years old and stay in bed for a year and never do anything, I will turn 88. Anyone can grow older. That doesn't take any talent or ability. The idea is to grow up by always finding opportunity in change, have no regrets. The elderly usually don't have regrets for what we did, but rather for things we didn't do. The only people who feel that are those with regrets. She continued her speech by Kaori. I hope you could teach me how to say that. Girls, she challenged each of us to study the lyrics and live them out in our daily life. At the years, at Rose finished the college degree she had begun all 2 years ago. 1 week after graduation, Rose died peacefully in her sleep. Over 2,000 college students attended her funeral in tribute to the wonderful woman who taught by example that it's never too late to be all you can possibly be. When you finish reading this, please send this peaceful word of advice to your friends and family. They will really enjoy it. This word being passed along in loving memory of us. Remember, growing older is mandatory, growing up is optional. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. A starfish story. An old man walked across the beach until he came across a young boy throwing something into the breaking wave. Upon closer inspection, and the old man could see that the boy was tossing stranded starfish from the sandy beach. Begged the ocean. "What are you doing, young man?" he asked. "If the starfish are still on the beach, when sunrise they will die," the boy answered. "That is ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. There are thousands of miles of beach and millions of starfish. It doesn't matter how many you throw in, you cannot make a difference." "A matter of this one," the boy said, as he threw another starfish into the wave, "and it matters to this one. The second of life." And Actually, I'm fucking tired to read this fucking shit, but because if you miss my fucking voice, you can listen it. So I need to take a break. I need water. Okay, give me 5 minutes. Okay, let's start again. The season of life. There was a man who had 4 sons. He wanted his son to learn to not just think too quickly. See, so he sent them each on a case in turn to go and look at a pear tree that was great distance away. The first one went in the winter, the second to the spring, the third in the summer, and the youngest son in the fall. When they had all gone and come back, he called them together to describe what they had seen. The first son said, "The tree was ugly, plain, and twisted." The second son said, "It was covered with green buds and full of promise." The third son disagreed. He said it was laden with blossom that smelled so sweet and looked so beautiful. It was the most graceful thing he had ever seen. The last son disagreed with all of them. He said it was ripe and dripping with fruit, full of life, of fulfillment. The man then explained to his son that they were all right because they had each seen but one season in the tree life. He told them that you cannot judge a tree or a person by only one season, and that the essence of who they are, and the pleasure, joy, and love that become from that life, I can only measure at the end when all the seasons are up. If you give up when it's winter, you will miss the promise of your spring, the beauty, your summer, fulfillment, fulfillment, fulfillment. I don't know if I said that right. Of your fall. Don't judge life by one difficult season. Don't let the pain of one season destroy the joy of all the rest. Our value. Our winner speaker standard of his manner by holding up 20 bill in the room of 200. He asked me, "Who would like this 20 bill?" Head started going up. He said, "I'm going to give this 20 to one of you, but first let me do this." He proceeded to crumble and the dollar went up. And he then asked, "Who still want it?" Still the hands were up in the air. "Well," he repeated, "what if I do this?" And he drove in the ground and started to grind it into the floor with his shoes. She picked it up, now all crumbled and dirty. "Now who still want it?" Still his hands went into the air. "My friend, you have all learned a very value lesson. No matter what I did, the money you still wanted it because it didn't decrease. It was still worth 20. Many times in our life we are dropped, crumbled, and grown into the dirt by the decisions we make and the circumstances that come our way. We feel as though we are worthless, but no matter what was happening or what will happen, you will never lose your value. You are special. You are special, motherfucker. Don't ever forget it. Building your house. An elderly carpenter was ready to retire. He told his employer, contractor, of his plans to leave the house building business to live a more leisurely life with his wife and enjoy his extended family. Who would miss the paycheck each week, but he wanted to retire they could get by. The contractor was sorry to see his good worker go and asked if he could build just one more house as personal favor. The carpenter said yes, but over time It was easy to see that his heart was not in his work. He resorted into sturdy workmanship and used interior material. It was unfortunately made in the dedicated career. When the carpenter finished his work, his employer came and inspected the house. Then he handed the front door key and the carpenter and said, "This is your house, my gift to you." The carpenter was shocked. What a shame! If he had only known he was building his own house, he would have done it all so differently. So it is with us. We put a life, day, a time, often putting less than our best into the building. Then with a shock we realize we have to live with the house we have built. If we could do it over, we could do it much differently. But you cannot go back. You are the carpenter, and every day you hammer a nail, place board, or erect a wall. Someone else said life is a do-it-yourself project. Your attitude and the choice you make today have built the house you will live in tomorrow. Therefore, build wisely. Find happiness. Once a group of 50 people were attending a seminar. Suddenly, the speaker stopped and dedicated to do a group activity. He started giving each attendant one balloon. Each one was asked to write his or her name on the using a marker pen. Then all the balloons were collected and put in another room. Now these delegates were let into the room and asked to find a balloon which had their name written. Within 5 minutes, everyone was practically searching for their name, calling each other, pushing around other, and there was other chaos. other chaos. I don't know actually how to spell that. At the end of the 5 minutes, no one could find their own balloon. Now each one was asked to randomly collect a balloon and give it to the person whose name was right on it. Within minutes, everyone had their own balloons. The speaker then began, "This is happening in our life. Everyone is practically looking for happiness all around, not looking where it is. Our happiness lies in the happiness of other people. Give them their happiness, you will get your own happiness. And this is the purpose of human life, the pursuit of happiness." Well done, my friends, you have made it to the end. So what do you think? Did any of this inspirational life story help you shape your thinking? I know they did for me. Actually, the one about the carpenter maid had me crying like a baby. Anyhow, if there is a short inspiration story that you would like to share with our community, please don't hesitate to post. Tired. Well, this is my voice. Hopefully you can listen it when you miss me. Okay, so enjoy your life, and I will enjoy my life in here. Goodbye, Kevin Rudels, Kevin Ruddles, Rudels, whatever you fucking name, but enjoy your life.